Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my heavenly babies. My name is Angel, and I am back today to share another baby that is done and ready to head home. This one here is a full body silicone, anatomically correct baby girl, and she was factory painted, and all the customer wanted was for me to do a root job. But as I was rooting her, she was extremely sticky. I had never worked on a baby that was never sealed, just a, factory painted baby. And as I was doing it, it was just so sticky and really hard to root and everything. And I had explained to her that it wasn't sealed, and she didn't know. She didn't know that it wasn't sealed. And so she said, "Oh, I didn't even know that." And I said, "Yeah, and you're going to end up losing that paint because the factory painted ones are just done kind of like airbrushed. So eventually the paint does just rub right off, changing it and, doing things with it and stuff." So she said, "Well, I don't want that to happen. I've already got so much invested in her." So she asked if I would go ahead and seal it. So then I had to completely unroot. I had it about halfway rooted. I unrooted her because I didn't want to have that one spot sticky and all the rest, nice and soft. So I decided to completely unroot. I was going to go around it, but I thought, no, that wouldn't be good. So I completely unrooted. Then I did the 24-hour soak with her, and then I gave her the double sealant, and then started rooting again and got her completely rooted. This hair is real human hair. It's a wavy golden blonde. She sent the hair along, saying, if you want, you can root with this one. She didn't know I had hair here, so she sent her own, but she said it was human. And I said, well, I'll let you know if it is truly human, because it looked kind of shiny and it almost looked synthetic. But when I got it, felt it, and started rooting and combing through it and everything, it rooted beautifully. It is human hair. She got it from a beauty supply store, and it's absolutely gorgeous, you guys. This hair is so pretty. And she asked for me to leave it a little longer, around 3 inches. So it is about 3 inches long on top, but it is curly. So it looks like it could be a little shorter, but it is about 3 inches all the way around. And she said to root it a little thicker, so she does have a little bit thicker hair. And I did reroot the lashes because they were dark. So of course I pulled them because I was sealing her. I pulled them and I rooted it with this hair. So she has blonde lashes, blonde hair, like Goldilocks. Yes, she is so pretty, and her seal really enhanced the factory paint that she already had. Really made her just look so soft. When I use my sealant, like when babies are sealed, it enhances the paint. It definitely does. So she just looks so much softer and more realistic, and she feels amazing. Now, because they are factory painted, of course, they do have a few spots that don't seal all the way, as far as meaning it does seal. It's not going to peel or anything, but there might be a few shiny spots. I did powder her. She had one here, one on her leg, I think one over on this side, one possibly on the back. I did powder her, but remember, always use like what's called Just Matte, or like I use silicone velvet. Don't ever use baby powder unless you absolutely have to. But I would just use that because you don't want to ruin the sealant and all that, but just use that. Get your hands on some of that. They have it online. And then she's fine though, like that. You would just lightly just, powder those spots or whatever. I mean, she looks phenomenal now. And you can't really tell, like I said, it's just that factory paint isn't always going to take, but it won't peel because I do one seal first, then another seal, and use the matte with it so it embeds into her. But there's some spots that just don't take, but they took the original seal, the clear. So that's why sometimes you'll see a shiny spot here and there where it didn't take the matte part. But she is totally fine and will last, a lot longer now, and she's not going to lose her paint. I'm going to get her up to the camera and show you, and her new mommy, which I will have on the screen there, who asked me to do, I think it's Raquel is her name, I believe. I could be saying that wrong. I hope I'm not saying it wrong. If I am, the name will be up there on the screen. But I'm going to get her up to show you, and I don't have my ring light going. It burnt out. But let me show you this beautiful girl here. And there'll be before and after photographs at the end. But here she is, mommy. Look at her. Isn't she so pretty? She's little Goldilocks. Now, see, under her neck there, that little shine spot that you've seen, I think, under there. So she'll have just a few. But anyways, let's go all the way around and show you this beautiful hair. She was laying on it, but look at how pretty it is. She's definitely hard to do. Definitely a Goldilocks. I wanted to kind of grab her. Let me hold her right here. I wanted to just show you the hair or whatever. But it's real human hair, you guys, and it combs through like butter. Yes, it combs through like butter. Oh my gosh. So when you get it wet, you can use a comb on her. I'm sorry, I'm having a difficult time trying to do this. And then she's got the lashes. As you see, it's hard to see because I don't have the ring light going, but you see her beautiful lashes. And then, of course, after I sealed, I did give her the moisture areas on the lips, in the nose, corner and outer corner of the eyes, as you see a little bit there, in the ears, just in the center there, and then on her fingertips and her toes, because of course she would have matted when I did that, so I wanted to shine that back up for you. But look at your sweet Nevaeh. I forgot to say her name, you guys. This is Nevaeh, and she is so ready to go see mommy. Yes, look at how beautiful she is, mommy. Look at how pretty. It enhanced all that paint. Now she's got the veining, the I always call them spider veins, the capillaries on her and everything, just, from the factory. But you see that it did turn out really nice, the seal on her. Hopefully it's not too shadowed there. But it did turn out really nice, Mom, and she is so ready to come home. I do take the weekend off, of course. I can never ship on a weekend because my husband works, and so the post office is closed by the time I can get there, by the time he gets home. And I have to work around his schedule because we only have the one car. So I will get her boxed up and shipped sometime next week, so probably Tuesday or Wednesday, and I will send you the tracking. She is going to come dressed in, I'm going to real quick just get her dressed and then I'll show you. I'm just going to show you how she's going to be presented, and then she will have a few little surprises, but I'm going to leave that as a surprise. So give me one moment. All right, so here is how she will come home. I love the look of a onesie baby. I'm sure if you've been following my channel, you know that's how I like to send them, because it just gives the feel of a new baby and you get to enjoy the art immediately on them when, you do the art. Of course, she was only sealed and rooted, but you get to enjoy that right away. It always is new. So the onesie is new, the mitts are new, and the new socks. And then she will be, of course, I will have her face wrapped with tissue. I don't like to use saran wrap anymore because I'm seeing that does kind of sometimes pull the seal, especially if it's hot out in travel. It can kind of stick to them. So I do the tissue paper, just a white tissue paper, then a diaper. And then, of course, she will be wrapped in a blanket, a brand new blanket, and she will come with a few surprises, and I'll leave that for you when you unbox her. I always send them home because they're like my little nieces or nephews, so they have to come home with some gifts. And of course, the stuff she was sent with will be in just a small little bag or a Ziploc bag. I'll throw that in there for you. That's the stuff she came with, and her blanket and all that will be separate from how she's coming. And I will be able to ship her, I believe she will fit, she will fit because I'll be able to fold her legs. She will go into a large flat rate shipping box. I think that's how we talked about, I don't know if we talked about UPS shipping on her or if it was USPS. I don't remember, but I'll get in contact with you on that. But anyways, so she'll get boxed up and everything really nice. She'll be, very well protected and all that, and come with some surprises. Yes, you got to go home with some surprises. You can't leave aunties without surprises. And then of course, a couple things for the mommy. So thank you so much, sweetheart, for letting me, and trusting me again with your baby. I love when people trust me and send me their babies to work on. Thank you for trusting me to make her beautiful for you, doing her rooting, and then of course, doing the sealant for you. She also will come with that headband. But doing the sealing for you, and then rooting her hair. It's so pretty. I love the human hair on her. It's just beautiful. And she's just so girly. She really is with those Goldilocks. She really is a cute baby. This one here, I believe, was from Temu, you guys. It could be AliExpress. I will put it on the screen where she got this one from. I know I've seen it, I think, on both sites. But it does have a full drink and wet system in it already. And so that's why it's a little spendier for this one. And you can get them painted or unpainted. But if you're wanting me to work on them, you guys, I highly suggest, I don't know if that one comes unpainted. I don't even know if it does. If it doesn't, then that's fine. I can still add more to it, but I need to add a sealant over the top first when they are pre-painted, because it won't take silicone paint if I don't. So I, can do that if you guys have a baby pre-painted. But if you are, trying to get babies, make sure you get them unpainted if you're going to have a artist do it, if you're going to have somebody do it, because it's much easier to work on an unpainted silicone. They tend to take the paint a lot better and everything, but I still can do them. I just have to add a sealant first and then go about it. But it is a lot of layers of the sealant on top of each layer and stuff like that. It's a lot of work. It really is. And my supplies are very expensive. I go through Fuse FX and silicone velvet is what I use to seal them. And the paints are, like I said, Fuse FX, and the sealant is also Fuse FX with silicone velvet. So they're expensive. But anyways, she's adorable and ready to come home, Mom. Sorry if this video was a little long. Just wanted to share her, and I will get her shipped. I'll stay in contact with you probably Tuesday or Wednesday when my husband gets home in time. Some days he does doubles, so I know it's not going to be till Tuesday or Wednesday when I get her shipped. But thank you again. I hope you love her. She's so ready to come home. I've enjoyed working on Nevaeh, and she, transformed just beautifully. So wait for the end to see some of the photographs of the before and after. You'll see even adding the sealant changed even the look of her paint. So, all right, everybody take care. She's going to blow her mommy and everybody else a kiss. Mwah. She loves all her aunties and uncles, grandmas and grandpas, and all of her little cousins. I love you guys as well. Mwah. But remember who loves you the most? God. God. Turn to him. He truly loves you more than anybody could. And like I said, if anybody has any work and is interested in me doing the work, right there on the screen is my email. And I take PayPal or Cash App only. All sales are final. No returns, no refunds ever, unless I was to damage the baby before it leaves my hands. That's why I always make videos on them. I can't control the shipping process, when it ships and all that. I can't control that. And I don't charge a lot to do the work. So, of course, that's it. I mean, once babies are paid, and they have to be paid before they're sent to me. And, of course, if the baby got lost or whatever, you'll get a refund for that. If it got lost coming here and stuff like that, you'll get your money back. But after that, once I start working all that, that's it. Unless I ruin the baby somehow in my care, only in my care, then I would do a refund. Other than that, there are no refunds. Absolutely no refunds while I'm working on them and everything like that. And once it leaves, absolutely, that's it. I can't help, like if it gets delivered or anything or something happens, I just can't control that. And I'm sure all of you guys understand that. Even reborns, you buy a baby, that's it. There's no refunds, returns, that's it. All right, I love you guys. Everybody take care. God bless, and I will see each and every one of you in my very next upload.